conference, head coach John Calipari, and student athletes Trevon, Brazile, and Malique, Ewin. Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll begin with your opening statement, and then we'll open it to questions.
Well, what I was most happy with, we end up with 26 assists. We pass the ball to each other. We create shots for each other. Makes us pretty good. The start of the game, we talked about it, and we've been talking about it for the last month. First 5 minutes. Now, the first 5 minutes could be 15-15, but you were ready to play, and the other team played well too. Today, they missed some shots, and then they started making shots. You got to give them credit. They did not quit. Hawaii just kept playing, and all of a sudden, I'm looking up, it's 15, but then we make a play or two. These two, Malique Ewin is showing, he's basically telling on himself of this is how good I am. And the way he chased down balls with unbelievable energy, and then you saw TB. And the great news is you saw him where he wasn't making shots. How'd he look? And he didn't make shots, and you're looking at him like, holy cow. And that's what I just keep trying to tell him. If you make them, great. If you don't, just do all the other things you do. So that was a good start for us. Always worried about the first game. Hard game for everybody playing.
All right, we'll open the floor to questions. Please raise your hand, and we'll bring a microphone to you. We'll start in the back.
James Pritchard with the Basketball Academy. Coach Calipari, congrats on the win. As you said, like Hawaii doesn't really give up many assists, and they have a unique style of defense of guarding their yard. What strategy did you guys have for that, or what specific actions did you guys use to utilize to get a lot of assists and buckets?
Well, we probably shot more threes than we wanted to, but they were open. But if you play really fast and space the court, they got to either give up a layup or someone's going to be free. And we do some stuff that runs people at the rim as I'm driving, so it's a little bit different. But let me tell you, I watched the tape. I watched how they played. So well coached. They give up 9 assists a game. That's ridiculous, folks. 9 a game. It worried me because our thing is if we get 20, we win. So for us to do what we did was pretty special.
Lindsay?
Lindsay Schnell, The Athletic. Cal, I'm curious, you've obviously coached a lot of NBA guys with a ton of talent. So when your players go on a little highlight reel where they're just throwing down lob dunks and the crowd's going crazy, are you impressed, or are you just kind of shrugging like, I've seen this before?
No, this team is one of the I've had some really fast teams. Well, this team's right there, fast. We're long and we're athletic. So it's what we are, but we're also skilled because we don't turn it over that much because we are skilled. So this is a good group, and what I said after to Malique, what I'm always trying to do is get guys to break through, because the battle they have is with themselves. It's no one else. And when they win that battle, you can see it in how they play. Malik's busted through here the last week or two, and he's setting himself and our team up for the rest of his basketball career on the things he's doing. Making free throws, grabbing balls, great hands. Today he had 6 assists. He had 6 assists. Now, he did have 3 turnovers, but he had 6 assists. I mean, he's doing a little bit of everything. And TB has just come on like, he's special. 6'10", folks. Can guard guards, head on the rim. Did you see that dunk? I sat down. I don't even know. I think Malique threw him a bad pass, and he got it from behind his head. How did you get that down? And I just sat down because everybody on the bench is looking at me. I'm like, don't look at me. I can't believe how he ever got that ball. But he never ceases to amaze me, some of the stuff he does, some of the blocks. We've won games based on him getting a block in the last 10 seconds of the game. And it wasn't on his man. It was on someone else driving, and he goes over and blocks it, rebound, we won the game. So they both have done great.
Hey, Malique, I was going to ask you what Cal was
Name
just
and affiliation.
talking. Oh, Ty Richardson, ESPN Arkansas. You had 6 assists today. Sometimes big men, they were guards growing up. Did you ever play guard or forward before you kind of transitioned to a center?
Yeah, I play guard. I like to assist more, and that's what I do tonight. I got it done.
Eric Anderson, Associated Press, for Trevon and Malique as well. I mean, back to the guard play. You guys have great guards, but you guys had a lot of plays with each other today, making plays. And how's that developed, and what does that open up for you guys when you guys are making plays with your great guard talent?
I just think our team has a lot of chemistry. Obviously, we got great guard play, but we got him, Nick. Billy will play some four sometimes. Like I said, we just all got good chemistry with each other.
Jack Magruder from Field Double Media. Malik Thomas went to the clubhouse or went to the bench for about 5 minutes early in the second. I wonder what that was. And then is Pringle available moving forward?
He might be. And the stuff with Malik, you could imagine what I was thinking. Like, we're down to 2 and the rent is due. And he was like, no, I'm good. So it's like Darius, right? They say they're good. I'm like, all right, let's go. Nick wanted to play today. And I said, nope, you are not playing. You get these guys to win so you could maybe play this weekend. But if he's not right, then I won't do that. Because, it's nothing serious, but it's enough to say don't put yourself in that position.
Jordan Mendoza, USA Today. Coach, I'm curious, you have a really great game today. How long do you get to enjoy it before you're moving on to focusing on High Point? And also looking ahead at High Point, how are you not underestimating the fact that you're playing a team that just took off the number 5 seed?
Well, first of all, no, I'll be walking the streets of Portland tonight, enjoying this. But I've got 3 tapes that I got to watch of High Point. They're good. Wisconsin found out. They are good, and they're not afraid. I recruited Cam to Kentucky, so I know how good he is. And so they're good. I mean, we're not walking in thinking, okay, this will be an easy one. No, it won't. None of them are easy. And I've been telling these guys, you're going to look, and you're worried about somebody in front of you, and they get beat, and you're playing somebody else. That's why you don't even need to watch games. You don't need, just stay in the moment. Let's stay in the 5-minute segments. Let's just stay locked in.
Up front.
Wes Nakama, Warrior Insider. Coach, you mentioned how they answered every time Hawaii started hitting shots. And, a couple times, like you said, they cut it to 12 to 10 even. How important was it for them to answer back quickly and not make it a possession game where it's single digits?
I was trying to call a timeout, and they kind of looked me off. And they ran the out-of-bounds play where he got the lob. They called it. I didn't call it. They said, we're running this. I said, all right, go run it. If I can get these guys empowered where it's their team, we could do some damage. And they're getting there. But, like I said, this thing is, every game is its own game. You can't look at this game and think it'll affect the next game. It will not. We couldn't make a jump shot. We were 4 for 21 from the 3. 4 for 21. And still did the stuff that we did, plus 10 rebounds against a team that's one of the tallest, biggest teams in the country.
Over here.
Jackson Fuller, Southwest Times Record. Coach Cal, the 2 guys next to you in the podium are you 2 big men on a night where Nick isn't able to play. How impressed were you with their performance and stepping up, maybe in some added more minutes than they're used to?
Well, Malique Ewin could have been starting, but I want to keep Nick engaged in doing what he was doing. But he's had the last month of the season, like he is a difference maker for us. He just is. And proud of what he's been able to do, and it's not been easy. It's not been easy. I mean, You know, he's the ups and downs, which they all have, but he's overcome them. And now we just, all right, let's go forward. And now he told on himself. If you don't see that kind of effort, tracking down balls, rebounding with two hands and all that, you're going to go ask him, so why didn't you play today like you played yesterday? I mean, all these guys are capable. And I'm not talking shots. I'm talking effort, energy, spirit, all the stuff that doesn't take skill. And these guys add athleticism, length, their hand-eye, their skill. You add all that to who these two are. Special players.
We have time for one last question. In the back.
Jerry Brewer from The Athletic. Trevon, were you certain on that one-handed catch that you were going to catch it and finish? And any initial thoughts on where that ranks on your greatest hits?
Yeah, I was certain. That's, you know, once I got it in my hand, I knew I was going to be able to get it. But as far as ranking it, I haven't seen it yet on film, so
Oof.
I gotta go back and look
Woof.
at it.
Woof. If you have anything better than that, I got to see that. Thank you, folks.
All right. Thank you very much.